Hey everybody, Tony with you is here. So the topic of the video today is Ballmer has big balls. You know what I mean? Because I am like a Microsoft investor for like the next months, you know, and Steve Ballmer is like the biggest investor of Microsoft with $100 billion on Microsoft. You understand what I mean? So the topic of the video today is Steve Ballmer has big balls. You understand what I mean? And that you need to live different than other people, like in life, in order to success in money and everything. You know what I mean? So the secret for money is to be like Steve Ballmer. You understand what I mean? Take $100 billion, put on Microsoft, and wait for it to raise. You understand what I mean? That's the meaning of having big balls. You understand what I mean? That's why the name Ballmer derives from the word balls. You understand what I mean? Because when somebody put $100 billion on Microsoft, then that means he have big balls. You understand what I mean? And that's how you get rich in life. And the other thing I want to speak about is the secret is to live different than everybody. You understand what I mean? Not follow the society. Like be different in everything. You understand what I mean? Like be different in YouTube, be different on Instagram, be different on Facebook. You understand what I mean? Be different of how you bring money. You understand what I mean? Like even if you go big for money, but that's like something that is different than society. You understand? Or you take money from the government. That's something that's different than society. That's the secret to success in life. You understand what I mean? To be different than everybody and have big balls and everything, and like for real, like being in debt being in debt is the secret, like to get like a lot of money. You understand what I mean? Because rich people know how to build themselves from zero to like really rich. You understand what I mean? That's why these people put billions of dollars on Microsoft and Meta and Facebook and Nvidia. You understand what I mean? Because that's the meaning of big balls. You understand? Big balls is what is gonna bring you money in the future. You understand what I mean? So the secret is to live different than everybody in order to get rich. You understand what I mean? And to try to be in debt in the same time. You understand what I mean? If you success to be in debt, that's the secret, like to get rich. You understand? I'm serious. I'm not like joking with you or something. That's like the secret to get rich is to be in debt. You understand what I mean? Is to try to be in debt and like and have big balls and live different than everybody. Like if what everything different. You have to live in different lifestyle than everybody. And also in Facebook and Instagram, you understand the way you dress. You understand the way your hair is, the way your beard is. You understand what I mean? The way you speak with people. You have to be different than society in order to success, like to real high levels. You understand what I mean? Like you go to somewhere like how much does that cost? He will say that cost $10. Here $5 for you. I'm giving you 5. You understand what I mean? Different than everybody. That's the secret to success. To manage yourself, to be different than society in everything. You understand what I mean? And have big balls and like be famous and everything. The way to build yourself famous is to be different than society. And even the way you dress, like in the street, you have to dress different than everybody. Like I'm thinking of having a long hair in order to be different than like other people. That's the secret to success. You understand what I mean? I'm serious. I'm not joking with you.